What's up, guys? Okay, today's video we are talking hair catastrophes, and sadly this is a catastrophe that happened to my wife, who is down there by the pool. So I want her to tell you all about what happened to her hair, and I'm gonna tell you how I can prevent it for you. So stay tuned. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Hey.
You want this?
It's very bright, babe.
Do you want to go to the other chair over there, babe?
Yeah, maybe we go to the other chair over there. We found a nice little nook cubby situation, I think, where you guys can both see us, I hope. Yeah, last year we did our 365-day hair challenge, right, babe?
Yes, 365 days.
Fucking dynamite drop in. Okay,
because
so
I don't know if it was quite 365 days, that's all I'm saying.
Hashtag some amount of day hair challenge. We went to Bali in January for Laura's sister's wedding. Basically, I put it in this wicked braid, which I will probably recreate for you guys now so you can semi-see the braid. And then I can talk you through why the braid went wrong, why I shouldn't have done the braid, what Laura should have done to prevent the catastrophe that happened because of the braid.
Lots of shit goes down when you do a wrong braid on the wrong type of hair, guys, just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not a masterful braid, and usually I'm a pretty good master braider. So we found a place to braid next to the pool, because what happened was the pool completely royally fucked Laura's hair over.
Yeah.
The braid was a very basic under the middle type of braid, which I picked pieces up from and kind of brought them all underneath the strand, which ends up creating this big, thank you, bird.
For normal people like us, it's just an inside-out braid, in my opinion.
For normal people like you guys, it's just a normal inside-out braid, in Laura's opinion.
Or 3D braid.
Or a 3D braid.
Yeah, it's got a 3D vibe.
Yeah, or a cornrow, to what most people would call it as well.
Oh.
So the finished product was basically this big chunky braid here, right? Basically, it was this kind of vibe. The braid at this point wasn't really a problem. The biggest problem was we got back from the temple, her hair was already wet, bound in a braid, and then she decided to go to the pool, which is why I just braided her by the pool here. We're just not doing it to be douchebag couple braiding hair by the pool. Kinda though, a little bit.
Also, the first time I had white bleached hair, and I'd had my hair like this for about 4 years. It was the first time that I ventured into the pool in that 4 years. It was a nice pool.
It was a nice pool, but okay, I was wearing white shorts and it turned my white shorts green. So the chlorine content in this pool was a little aggressive, I think you could say. So she swims in the braid all night long with her family in this heavily chlorinated pool.
So I actually took another dip that morning because I was with the most chill bride. Right before I started hair and makeup, I was like, all right, it's been a nice zen morning, let's jump in the shower and freshen up. And I go to wash my hair and I start lathering it up and shampooing it.
Was it still in the braid? Did you sleep in the braid?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I think he slept. I think she slept in the braid. I probably had a few drinks that night too, and was just like lazy Balinese living. I didn't have any drinks.
No, you didn't, babe. I was in the shower, lathering up my hair, and start to like rinse it all out. My hair's already pretty compromised because it's been bleached so much, so it's pretty stretchy when I was shampooing it as it was. But it's stretching to the point where all of a sudden I had handfuls of hair. I mean, literally, I would say half the head of hair that I had was no longer there. So I'm in the shower having a complete meltdown, about to get ready for this wedding that's happening in like 2 hours, and my hair's falling out.
So I get a phone call saying that my wife's hair is falling out.
Zero care in the world. Let's just throw it out there. You were like, oh, I'm sure it's fine. And I'm like, no. My hair is literally falling out. There's handfuls everywhere.
Well, Laura can sometimes be a little like...
No, not true.
See what I mean? Okay, so she can jump to conclusions pretty quickly. And anything hair related obviously gets directed to me, and most of the time they're very small things in my eyes. This one was not a small thing. Her hair was completely coming out.
I had hair down to here, and it was all from the bottom half of my hair. Luckily none of the top half, and I do have a ton of hair, but it was the entire bottom. It felt like I had this much hair. It was right up on my nape.
So this is what had happened, you guys. When you braid hair, it puts tension on each turn and twist. Here, all these little turns and twists, they all compromise the elasticity. The hair has a certain amount of elasticity in it. Then, because Laura was so bleach blonde, she was platinum Gwen Stefani blonde, the porosity was also compromised. So porosity is how much moisture your hair can take.
Cool.
So, which basically means when she got into the water, all of the porosity was absorbed by chlorinated water, which is ultra chemical, and it just basically turns your hair brittle. Then, because of her hair being so brittle and twisted,
It was compromised.
yeah, it was just super compromised. Word of the day, compromised.
Yeah,
If you're
I'm gonna
playing a
throw that
drinking
one.
game at home, you'll be taking lots of shots from the times I say compromise. Laura slept in it, let it dry, and once it dried, everywhere where there was a braid twist, we're basically going to break. Because this all could have been prevented.
I will just add in one thing. I think that the only thing that I knew going into this was the potential, and the reason that I hadn't been in a pool in 4 years of blonde bleached hair was because it would turn green. And that's kind of like the wives' tale, and that's like the conversation that happens out there. Nothing about what actually did happen.
I was pissed at myself for not telling Laura how to take care of her beautiful platinum blonde hair. I'm gonna give you everything to prevent and not let this happen to you, because I don't want you crying like my beautiful wife here was on her sister's wedding day. Easiest thing that I could have told her to do was get her hair wet with tap water. So if she had a bottle of water, she could have just drenched it on her head. The hair would have instantly sucked up the tap water, and it would have buffered a little bit from that chlorine. Cheap conditioner that we brought with us, and or hotel conditioners are awesome for this, but you just want to load your hair with a conditioner. Put a barrier on this braid so that it was just like stronger and more condensed.
Before I braided, right?
I probably should have put something on it before I braided it, yes.
Oh, that wasn't meant to be like that.
I mean, I didn't know you were going to spend 12 hours in a fucking pool. I thought we were going to a beautiful temple and we were doing temple vibe. That's number 2, conditioner. Go to like a local supermarket and find really cheap stuff. That's probably the best thing I can say to do. So number 3, I wanted to create a cooler, better surf spray for her, like a beach spray. Water, coconut oil, and a little bit of sugar is an incredible, cool styling spray that should be able to last all day long. It'll give you that beachy texture, but also be able to buffer you from the pool and from a little bit of the beach and blah, 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 blah. The sun, that sort of thing. The coconut oil is just great for basically anything, guys, honestly. And the sugar in it helps the oil bond to the water a little better when you shake up the sugar in it. There's no SPF. Put sunscreen on your parts if you're gonna be braiding your hair. A couple other things way off the cuff, and has a beer sitting nearby. You can basically dump like the remainder of the beer on your hair. Blonde girls, this is really good for that. The hops in the beer is fantastic. That will buffer your hair. For the Instagram story, I think that would just be hilarious, dumping like beer on your hair and then diving into a pool. I do know a lot of girls are putting Coca-Cola in their hair. It doesn't seem to affect their color. It does add a lot of texture. Yeah, as much as I wanted to show off like incredible flowing whimsical hairstyles on my wife, none of that happened because life happened. And sometimes that's what happens. Our 365-day hair challenge turned instantly into a 60-day deep conditioning challenge.
Yes. And now I'm starting to grow my hair out. So
Yeah.
we're going to start to, I guess, like, you're going to take everybody through, like, how to sort of, like, be with hair when it's doing this crazy in-between growing out stage.
One of the goals of this channel is to kind of show you guys different ways you can style your hair at all lengths. I feel that short hair styling is a talent that not a lot of people talk about, and it's also not shared enough. We need to like show women that short hair is incredibly versatile. So smash that subscribe button if you want to see more versatility with your short hair styles. And I think that's it for Laura.
I'm out of here. You can finish this.
All right, back to the pool for you, sweetheart. Can I have a kiss? On camera kiss, I know. Okay guys, so that's it for us for this video. I hope you got a lot out of it, mainly talking prevention instead of having you guys do intervention. Very important, I just feel that I bring you all of my bad hair experiences so you guys don't have to deal with those at home and you don't have to go through them. Let me do all the crying and all the hair tearing and ripping, and you guys don't have to. Okay, so make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you guys aren't already, and remember this is the only place you're gonna wanna get your hair matted. So continue with me on this journey, and especially with Laura to watch all of her hair grow out. And yeah, stay tuned, more videos to come next week. We will see you guys later. I am out.